Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Appreciate all your comments on yesterday's episode. It was a great turnout for the old Mining Monday. But we talked about initially lighting for the exterior portion of the base. And I have a lot of suggestions here. I actually have the page brought up right now in front of me, my YouTube page with the comments. And the most recent, Dominic Tovar, says I should do 2 poles spaced out by 1 block, connect the top pole and put 5 lights, kind of like a football stadium. Now that's a great idea. You know, I'd like to have something like that, or a train yard. You know, you see those lights at a train yard. Now I was also thinking about, I wouldn't be able to do it down in the corner. That would not work out if I put it down in the corner, because it's only going to face one direction. I guess, you know, you could angle the lights, but I think it'd be a little tricky to do one in the corner unless it looked different from all the rest. And we could do that. Let's see here. I'm going to read a couple more comments real quick before we run out there and build a prototype. Go with your idea. Let's see here. Carolyn was asking how to get the paint in the game. So yeah, you have to be on Alpha 16 on PC to get that paint. Pretty self-explanatory there. And I thought I had some of these under wraps here. Spotlight on 4 corners facing outward, especially the 2 on either side of the horde defense. It'll help see where they're coming from. Yeah, we could do that. We could put multiple lights, 1 on each side. That wouldn't be a big deal. May actually be a good idea down in that area. Of course, you never know. They might come from this way. You know what I mean? They might come from this way, but we could face them out into the wilderness. That's a good one. 3 spotlights with dome lights on top, says Jeff. And that was the killer that came up with the lights facing outward there. And then T1000. Oh, just said go with what you think looks good. All right, industrial light. Sebastian said, what about industrial lights under each spotlight? The light base, and it could fix the problem with the dark floor. Only problem I see with that, Sebastian, is that those little lights, if we're 8-10 blocks up in the air, they're not going to illuminate the ground at all. They only reach down so many blocks. So I don't know. I was trying to get down to another comment here. Wires and relays in the ground just by digging down a block or 2. Eric Danner says, and placing the relay in the hole. Then all you would need to do after everything is wired would be to fill the hole that the relay's in. That's, you know, most likely what I'll go with this time. Instead of doing a tunnel that goes all the way around, we'll figure out some cool way to do that. I ran out of time today. I was going to try to do something a little different today and have my episode edited so that I could cut and splice, but I never got around to doing that. We're going to take this. Had to have my windshield replaced. Windshield got cracked in my truck, and so I had to have that replaced and in the normal time slot where I would have recorded this morning. Okay, well, I think that's good. We're going to need a lot of spotlights, though, so we're going to probably have to go get more electrical parts at some point. There's 11 spotlights right there. Make sure I don't have anything in there. What else is it that I need? Maybe relays? Let's look in the electrical box down here for relays. There's one more spotlight. And that's probably good for now. While I'm running out here, I'll try to read another comment or 2 here. Derek Johns. light pole columns with 2 cube blocks stacked on top, plates on either side, spotlight sitting on the plate at the same level as the top cube block. Okay. And Casey Ryback asked, what skill used to improve the blade in a workbench for an auger? Well, I'm pretty sure we can take this out. It's weapon. Yeah, weaponsmithing. You have to have weaponsmithing in order to make your blade, to combine those to a higher degree, a higher level. And I don't know if I understand this question. I had for a while is, at the tree farm, what do you grow your crops in between the trees? It's flush with the wood and the rows. I don't know. That's it's just dirt. It's just dirt, fertilized soil, growing whatever we plant, you know. And Rotor Self-Winding says, whatever I do, please do propeller lights. He wants to see the propeller lights make an appearance back here in the episode. And then I had Judah Owens, which is kind of cool because I don't remember Judah Owens ever saying anything before. But coming in with a comment about, making it discreet. Yeah, wires underground, says partly because of the novelty of the base, already done it in the other way, partially to remain true to the spirit of the build. This is a more carefully aesthetic build than Code Red. I think taking pride in continuing the neat aesthetics of this build demands that you would not loop wires from light to light if you go the extra mile and make this the masterpiece that your current trajectory suggests and demands. Underground wires are a must. Well, yeah, we're gonna probably do something like the underground, but well, this is gonna take a minute here to count this out, but it's gonna be a little different than you might think. We're not doing a tunnel, and we'll have to maybe figure it out. But 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 19, 20, 21, 22, 3, 4, 30. I marked it at 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is 30 right dead in the center? No, it's not quite right in the center. Let's see, so 90. $120, 2, 3, 4, 5. 125. All right. If we needed to, we could extend the ends a little bit to even it up, to sure it up. Depends on what kind of separation we go with in between. But I need to do that. I need to count that out. I also need to count it the other way. This is not an even or an odd matched number build here. This is all just kind of, whatever worked at the time. We'll probably come a few off the end. We have a lot more space out here than we do on the other end, as far as I'm aware. So the pole would go... We're going to have to stick to this out here. I even thought about doing a couple more rows of concrete over here, because this is kind of close to the base. You know what I mean? It's kind of close to the base. So we're going to have to... It's going to have to be about right here. That's 8 high, 9 high. 9 high might be good, because then we're going to build it up a little bit more. But, so I don't break my leg in this episode. Let's do this number right here. So 1, 2, 3. This is 3 elevation right here. Believe that? 4, 5. Eight. And then 9. And just so it's, we don't build something up here and it gets destroyed. By a wandering horde, a dog horde, or something like that comes by here. We'll go ahead and upgrade it so it can at least take a few licks. Take a few licks and, I was going to say take a licking and keep on ticking, but I couldn't figure out a way to say that the other way. We're going to put this here. And now 9, that would put me up 10. And underneath this would be 11, 12. So we'd have to reach 12. But I could do that. It's actually going to be 13. Ooh, we might need to make it 1 block shorter. So if I don't put the relay under the pole, that's 1 for that block right there. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need to refuel our auger first. Two, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8. All right, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, that would be 7 and 8. That's pretty good, though. That's good. I think that 8 would be good. I was going to go with 9, but I think 8, that would put it 9, 10 blocks down there. 11 if we put a block on top. So this is just going to be a prototype, folks. We're going to just build something up here and see how it looks. Now, I probably had plates back in the base. Let's go ahead and make a few more, though. Take 30 seconds to make those. And what does a 50 pillar look like in the middle of a 100 pillar? I don't think I've ever done that before. Look at that. It's kind of weird. So we have to have some kind of a base to build off of once we get up here, right? And if we're going to do something like the... Well, let's see. Let me attach this to the side. Come on. Don't jiggle. Don't jiggle on me like that. Don't do it. There you go. Let's do an advanced placement. And am I looking at that right? Yeah, the light would sit right on there. Okay. And I have to figure out how we're going to attach. Let's make some pole blocks real quick. Pole. Centered pole. Now, I'm curious about something. Curious if this is possible. Can we put a... Well, let's put the light down first. Can we put a pole on top of the light? And does it not... It kind of attaches to the back plate there. Because what I was going to do to stack these lights there, and then I'm going to have to do the same thing here with the rebar. I'm going to have to jiggle it just right. I have to figure out how we can do this so we can put multiple lights attached. Be kind of cool if we could do 5. That's almost overkill. If we did 5, ooh, that's a lot of power. You know what I mean? That's, well, it's 30 watts. It's 30 watts. Now, the way I propose to do the wiring, which will be hidden, will not be above ground. The way I propose to do that, I think we could have multiple generators going around the outside if we had to. You know, say, let's think about this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 or 8. If we did, let's see, if we did 8 lights on this side and we had 5 or 10 lights, that would be 10 lights would be what, 50 watts, right? So we'd have to have a generator on each side. Generator on each side. Because if I'm not mistaken, wire tool, yeah, 5 watts each. So 400 watts for that. Boy. We could do that. We could do that. We could do 5. My only question now is, though, how do we connect the bottom lights with the bottom row with the top row? Does it look okay just to do it like that? Like, say, if we painted that pole, we could also do a little something like this. Oh, it doesn't touch the pole, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how that would look. Just kind of sitting on there. It doesn't touch the pole. Is there a better block we could use there? Could we just use a whole block? Could we use a whole block? I wonder how that would look. Like putting a whole block in between where the pole is at. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to stack these lights on top of those lights. You following me? Like, I don't want to stack spotlights on top of spotlights. Because if you go to a football stadium or something like that, you look up a football stadium or a train yard, there's something that kind of divides those lights. And if we're going to have the plates that hold them up down there, which we don't have to necessarily have those plates on the bottom, but if we did have those plates on the bottom, it almost looked weird if we didn't have the plates on the bottom up here. But then how do we handle the... how do we do that without a whole block? Let's go get our land claim block real quick and place it down and see if how it looks to put a whole block there. If it's acceptable or not. So I gave you a full episode of mining yesterday and then back to building again. But we need to go do more mining. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we'll go back out and we will continue on. Let me grab my plates while I'm here. Let's grab the corner pieces, the arches, and the centered pole as well. And we'll grab the siding. Why not grab the siding? We should grab it all. Grab it all. Oh, my lights went out down here. Oh, lasted a while. Oh, wait a minute. No, they didn't. Oh, it's the lights up here. It's the generator up here. It ran out of juice. Our toilet. Our toilet ran out of juice. That sounds kind of nasty. Maybe I did that last time too, though. You know, I didn't have it fully fueled, so. I'll have to grab a bunch of fuel. We're going to have to do that too, folks. We're going to have to go mining for some more oil shale. I know I have a little bit of oil shale. Yeah, that looks a little skinny up there. Big old fat pole in the middle. We need at least one more out on each side, I think. So hopefully the land claim block will reach all the way up to the top. I think it will. Yes, it will. 10 seconds. Yeah, don't want to destroy these with how many we're gonna need. That's a wandering horde. Am I high enough that they're not gonna beat me down here? Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I'm not. I'm not high enough. And I just goofed up big time with that spotlight. Just talked about how many we were going to need, and I'm just destroying them. Oh, don't you do it, Big Mama. Don't you do it, Big Mama. Yeah, I think they're dead. No, had a runner. We got a twitcher down there with no arms, no legs, no head. Just torso. Kind of weird. Twitching. It's trying to get away. Oh, Mama's twitching. Man. All right. Well, I goofed that up. I got all nervous. That's what happened. Picked up the wrong one. So let's put this here. And I'm going to have to do the jiggly again with the block. Oh, my. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I didn't break my leg. You believe that? That guy went, He landed on the land clam block and it might have saved him. It's kind of squishy. It's like a trampoline or something. Kind of bounced. Oh, almost fell off the side again. 2 times in a row. No broken leg. How about that? Well, you know what? We're going to actually need to come out one more block. Let's ease over. Don't you fall. Don't you do that to me. Living on the edge. Put one there. I should have brought my paintbrush so you get a better idea of how I feel like it will look in the end. All right, yeah, voice your opinions. Don't just give me the thumbs down if you don't like it. Just give me your opinion. Give me the thumbs down too, but tell me what you don't like or how you think it should be. I get that commonly on an episode where I build something and I'll get a bunch of thumbs down, but they won't say what it is they don't like about it. They just don't like it. You know, they just thumbs down. But I need to know why. I need to know what you're thinking. Yeah, I don't like that at all. It's too much. It's too much. But the only other way I could think to do it, only other way would be, son of a gun. Well, let's pick these up real quick. I have an idea of something else I could do to separate them. Let's see. Let's see if this will work. Well, I have two ideas. We're going to try one in particular. I don't want to tell you. I just want to show you. Because I don't know how to explain it, but. Well, that's our Wandering Horde. Hopefully for the day. Maybe not for the day, but for a little while. Maybe for the episode. We'll see how long we go on for. But I've been rambling on for 23 minutes and 45 seconds now. It's hard to believe that much time's passed. It just started the episode. Haven't even built one prototype yet. And we're 23 minutes deep. But yeah, I thought about doing some editing. You know, cut and splice. Stick it all together. Everything nice. It'll take a long time to do that, though. I may have to start pre-recording like the day before or something to get that done. Floaty blocks. Well, you know what? I don't even know if I need to do that. Maybe I do, yeah. That's not going to work. The idea's not going to work. I can already see it, the idea I had. So I was going to do this. And then put the plates on top. But I don't think that can work. You know what I mean? Because that counts as a whole block going up. You following me? Yeah, so I couldn't set a light on top of that, you know, because it would have to set like up there. Can't set directly on that block right there. But the other thing was to do this. I don't really like that either, do it? It's just not. Just trying to think of some way so we just don't have to set the silly blocks or the spotlights on top of each other. Because I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to have lights on top of lights. I mean, we can take a look at that and see what it looks like to do it that way, but I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be acceptable or not to have lights on top of lights. What a side of lights with light sauce. I don't think I'm going to like that. We'll look at it and see. We'll explore all options here to have multiple lights like stadium lights. I don't think I've ever tried to set a spotlight on top of another spotlight. I can't remember ever doing that. Maybe I have, but I don't remember doing that. Well, this will provide a tremendous amount of light, and I think it will look kind of cool, too, if we can do it this way. You know, if we can have 10 lights. Instead of just the one row of lights. I don't want to nick one of these lights in case I need to pick it up. Oh, I'm going to have to go down a little to kind of look at this too, to really assess the look of it all. Maybe that's not so bad because there's a tiny bit of separation there between the lights. Wish I could take those X frames off the bottom though, I know that. What else could we do to fancy this up? Could we box it in? You know what I mean? What? How am I even standing on that? I was standing on air. Walking on sunshine. Trying to think of a cool way to box it in. And we could even go like... Well, if I boxed it in, I could do away with the plates. You following me? I could do away with the plates. And we could box it in like that. But put curved blocks on the end to make it all nice and curved. Oh man, the game's getting hungry. But I'd have to take the plates out of the bottom, which I kind of don't like those plates anyway on this particular section. But we could block it in, maybe plate off the back of it. Plate off the back of it so you couldn't see the back of the lights. Maybe that's what we do. Now my next question is, we're probably about to break a bunch of lights, folks. I don't care. We're going to make a ton of them. We're going to make a ton of them if I do break them. I hate to have to pick these up, but that's what we're going to have to do in order for me to get down. Get down, get down. As either way we shake it, it's going to be a big old honking structure up here to hold this many lights. Tell you what, I'm going to go down one more. Hopefully lights hold a lot of weight. I think it'd look kind of cool if we could frame it all in. Might hide a little bit of the trash can spotlight dilemma that we're having here. If we could frame it all in. All right. Let me build out one more this way. Except for what kind of block? We're left with one spotlight. Look at that. What kind of corners could we put on this right here? Do we go like... Well, you know what? We'd have to do 2 flat blocks at the top. 2 flat blocks at the top. It's going to be a big old structure up here. But we did the giant robot, zombie killing death robots like this, and everyone thought it was spectacular. So maybe we kind of recreate that a little bit. Have to put that. We'd have to have a layer here. Like that. And then I'm just placing blocks, folks. You know, it's just me trying to figure things out here on recording instead of doing it off recording like I probably should do. And then just get back with you when I come up with an idea and see if you like it or not. But we'll all think this thing out together, and you can give me your feedback as we go along. Because this is really the last project, the last big project on this base. We're not going to have a whole lot more to do once we get this done. So, you know, I want your feedback. You all have been so cooperative so far, and you're really essentially who helped build that base on the stream series. Block by block. So, you know, it'd be nice to get you all involved on this one as well, and have all the feedback that you could give me about it and what you thought I should do. Well, that's why I was kind of adamant about having your help on this one. So we need to go back to the corner block again. We need to rotate that sucker to right there. And then this one needs to be right there. Okay. All right. Now I need to blank off the back. Needs to be something different than just some lights sticking up there. If we can't do the football stadium lights, we just don't have enough options for blocks, you know, to attach these and the way they're currently set up. Well, hopefully this doesn't all come crashing down on me. I also hope that I can paint inside here. You know, we might have to take the spotlights off the structure and paint it and then put them in place. And see, that way it's all blanked off and you don't see any of the like see through them when you're looking this way. So that's what it would look like. We'd almost you know, it kind of looks like a lollipop. We might need to put a pole supporting right here and a pole supporting right there. What do you think? Let me get rid of all of these squishies. Really squishy? Well, I think my little guy is thirsty, so I could drink that bottle of water. And it'll hold me over for a little while. Some sham sandwiches. Maybe we could eat some of those. A feather to tickle Draco with. All right. So that, you know, kind of looks like a sign, like a McDonald's sign or something without the arches. Where's my? Let's get this out, and let's do that. that's a lot. That's a lot of, that's high. Come on. What? I can't reach that? Oh man, the game is cold. Very cold. You should move down here where I live. All right, Well, the only reason I would take the center pole out is to give a bit more room for zombies to kind of run through here. You know, it's less area of for them to feed on. Let's take this out. Can't believe I fell all the way down there. My guy grunted and went, ugh, but he didn't break his leg. That's awesome. I feel like it almost needs to be bigger. You know what I mean? Like even bigger yet. I'm gonna run in here and grab a paintbrush real quick and see if we can't paint it up and give you a better take on how I think it should look as a finished product. We'll take 2 brushes, that way I don't have to switch. We're gonna need to make some more paint too. Can't forget to do that in the very near future. We need to make about, I don't know, another 10,000 paint, maybe 15,000 paint, something like that. Which we should easily be able to do. Alright, so this one would be blue. And that's granite, that's fine. Because I think we're going to go with the granite color for the support pillars. Isn't that what we agreed on? I think the granite color is what we're going to go with. Some of you are picky about your colors. You know what we could do? We could probably do roller up there. Probably do roller up there. Just roll it all on, then we can go back and paint the pillars later. It's just to give you an idea, folks. That's all it is. Give you an idea of kind of how I felt like it should look. Whoops. I'll do this side first before we change it up. And this isn't even going to matter. We might end up augering this whole thing down next episode. I don't know, but I don't know if I really want to detail it right now or not. All right. Can we not paint that? Can we not paint behind the spotlights? Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. Let's get that roller going. Get that roller going. Yeah. I can almost do it white or something back there too. You know, might give it a better... Oh, you would figure that the sunlight would be behind where we're trying to look at, so it's going to be hard to see. I tell you, there's one final touch we could do before we end this episode, and it would be this. Let me go get one. And then we can truly tell what it would look like if we had these, and if we had these every so many blocks. Man, the game's cold. Why are you so cold, little man in the game? And electrical... No, it's over here. Sounds like he's trying to warm up his hands. Blowing that warm air. Full of hot air, folks. Make sure I did bring my wire tool. This is just temporary. This is certainly not the way I'm gonna illuminate this sign. Power this sign. Just for right now, though. We're gonna waste some ladders doing this, but that's all right. That is all right. You're kidding me. I need to be one block higher. One block higher. Oh, thought I was about to fall. Ooh, almost shot an exploding crossbow bolt. That wouldn't be good. All right, let's go ahead and turn the generator on. So we know what's powered and what is not. It looks like a little man with his arms stretched out and his little head. Little stick man. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into that. Talking about the reflection of the light up there. All right. Well, excuse the look of the wire, because that absolutely won't be there like that. Oh, wow, there's 2 levels to that. I don't think I ever realized that. So try to block out with your hand the generator and the wire going up top, because you won't see the wire. That's what it'll look like, folks. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? It's kind of like a football stadium light, but it is blocked in, and we don't have to worry about seeing the sky through the background. And it kind of makes up for the fact that those spotlights are really ugly, you know? I don't know. Leave your opinions down in the comments section below there, and maybe how we should approach it, this project, tomorrow's episode. But tomorrow's episode, we're probably going to go grab some nitrate, make a little bit more gunpowder, prepare ourselves for the next horde, and rent some cars for some more engines and electronic components parts. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your support. You have yourselves a good day, good evening, wherever you may be located. I will see you all tomorrow.